Hey guys, what's up? It's AB Trade, and today we're going to do our weekly Sunday stock talk. So as you can see here, I have listed all the stocks and ETFs that I specifically want to cover, and also the stocks that the Discord group asked me to cover. So let's go into that. So of course we're going to start off with SPY, which is SPY. Because this is the ETF of the S&P 500 index, which determines the overall trend of the market as a whole. And when we are trading stocks that is within the S&P 500 index, it is very important that we watch this in addition to other stocks. But also, SPY has one of the most liquid options tables and options contracts of any stock and ETF. So if you ever want to trade anything and you want to make sure you can get in and out quickly, SPY is definitely something that would be great to trade. So let's start off with SPY. So as you can see here, I'm on the daily chart because on the daily chart you can see a lot of reversals pending, like such as candlestick patterns like dojis and hammers, etc. And I just wanted to show the daily of this because if we come in to this, we can see that SPY had made a new high at 291.74. We came and then we bounced off of this previous support, which was the high in February before the correction period, and then we started to bounce here and give us some green candles, and dojis and indecision candles and reversal candles are very significant and prominent at key support and resistance levels. So as you can see here, this is a resistance level, and as we're approaching it, we put in an indecision candle right here. So what does this mean? It means that we can most likely expect it to pull back down. Again, that may not happen, but just be aware that we did put in an indecision here near a key resistance level, so we could either see a little pullback to this supporting trend line, a pullback to this 280.87 support, or if volume and buyers decide to come in, we can see it push straight above 291.74 and just continue up to make new highs. But I would like to see, because of this indecision candle, I would like to see a quick push down and then a bounce up, because as you can see here, the last time we put in some indecision candles near this support, we started to drop. Indecision candle near this, we dropped some, and indecision near support, a resistance level and decision near a trend line, we bounce up. Just watching that indecision candle on the daily just makes me think that we may see a quick dip down before we actually continue up on SPY. Now let's move on to the QQQs, which is signifying a bearish trend for some reason. I created an alert. I programmed an alert that I'm testing out, where it tells me when trend has changed from bearish to bullish, and I'll say, hey, it went to bullish trend, bearish trend. I have not shared this programmed algorithm thing out yet because I still am testing it out. But if we look here, we can see that we are putting in higher lows, which is consistent of a uptrend pattern. But in order for the uptrend pattern to validate, we need to also set a new high. So we're supposed to have higher highs, right? So we put in the new low here, and then it almost looks like this is not necessarily a bullish engulfing candle, but we have like a semi-indecision candle and an indecision candle. We're just not having a lot of movement here, so I would love to see either a push above 185 and move up to the previous or the all-time highs, or a little flush down back to this level 180, just 180. So what to expect here on Qs: look for support at 180, or look at resistance at 185, and also the all-time high resistance. I know those lines are trash, but I'm just quickly drawing. Now AMD, this is not a good stock to look at on the daily because of the momentum and volume. That's a lot of hype. So I'm going to go to the 1 minute bullish trend. Cool, thank you. I'm actually going to go to the 15-minute. So as we can see here, we've been having previous days of a lot of running, then a day or two of consolidation, a day of running, a day or two of consolidation, a day of running, consolidation, a day of running. We finally had this day where we just decided to sell off after a day of running, and we're starting to bounce. So we can see I would love to see some consolidation in between $30 and $33, just like we've seen here, the huge push, a pullback, some consolidation, and a pullback up. That would be a healthy move, but again, I don't know what to expect here. So keep your eye open for the all-time high here at 34.14 and support at 30 for AMD. But again, I'm looking for consolidation before the next move up. Facebook, if we're looking, let's go to the. I forgot to save it, so I'm just gonna have to. I'll save it later. So Facebook, as you can see here, we had the run up, then earnings crash, and blah, 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 blah. But as you can see here, this is a level of support here that we have established, and we're kind of bouncing here and forming. This reminds me of a triangle setup to the downside, as you can see here. So something to expect is watch for the support at 160. It may be able to break below that, and if it breaks below that, it looks like we're going to be returning to this next support at 155, and then if it breaks through that, 150. So watch for 160, a break below to 155 or 150. If not, we're just going to break up, and we're going to make sure that each time we pass above these next resistances, that we go up, and we go up, and then we test it, and we start to bounce, right? We want to bounce on the support, on the resistance as we break above it to validate that it is a valid support line. As you can see here, when we broke above the previous resistance levels, we would come back down and test. Consolidation is healthy. You want to see a good amount of consolidation, but again, right now, this looks like the setup looks like it's to the downside, but we can expect anything, so watch out for that on Facebook. Next, we're going to go to BABA. We're trading in the range between 155 and 210. So we're pushing up. 170 is going to be our next crucial support level. Although for candlestick patterns, we did come up around. You see that there's a level of price discovery here where we gapped here, we had a reversal here, so this is definitely a crucial level. As you can see here, we put in a doji, which is just an indecision candle for formation that signifies a reversal, especially near prominent levels such as this. So we had this doji, and then we had like this bearish engulfing candle. So based off these two, I can expect a pullback down to at least 160, and then if not, we'll just so I'm based off this, just looking at this, I can expect the next few days to be a bit of a pull down. But again, anything can happen. So if volume and buyers step in, then watch for it to push up above 170, and that will be our next level of resistance. But most likely, I'm feeling a pull down. Apple, if we look up, we are in the same basically condition as SPY. We're up here near the all-time highs. Yeah, it just looks like it's slowly running red, green, red, green, red. But this red is within this candle green, so the low is about the same. So this is going to be known as consolidation. So if we go to the 15-minute, we can see that we're kind of consolidating in price here. We still are maintaining this uptrend trend here, so we can watch this bounce. But again, watch for this prevailing channel here. This will be what to watch out for, and then a break above to an all-time high. If not, we're going to drop this trend line, and we're going to head back down to the 220s, 219s. Sorry. All right, let's go to Netflix. As you can see here, we have put in, we had this is what I'm talking about the indecision candles at crucial support and resistance levels. You can see here that we had this little indecision candle body here, and then we're starting to trend down, so I can just expect it to trend down to 350 would be my guess, because as you can see here, we are putting in higher lows, so we would expect this to be a higher low, so I'd expect this to come back down to 360, 350 before we reverse back up, because again, Netflix is a quality stock. We will not see it go below 310 unless SPY tanks. So yes, just watch out for that. Expect a small push down, and then a reversal to be expected around here to bounce off this trend line and back up would be my best guess. But again, if buyers and volume steps in, we can easily turn around here. But based off these candles, we can expect a pull back down. Amazon, bearish trend. It's calling out. So we can see here that we put in some indecision candles here, and we're reversing. So I'd expect a bounce here around the 1900s level, the 1920s, around this level here, and then a bounce back up. So you can see here currently, if you see this, we are trending. We may do an AMD thing, where it pushes up, and then it trends, and then it bounces and it breaks through up to the upside. That may be something that we're actually going to look for here. Google, as you can see here, GOOG or GOOGL, they both are the basically exact same. I wish I knew the difference, but I didn't, and I don't really care to know. But as you can see here, we are trending down, and we are in this level of crucial, it used to be crucial resistance level. As you can see, all the dojis put here, and then the reversal or reversals happening here. So watch for this. This may act as a area of support, or we may just be flagging on the way down, and then we're going to break down to the downside. So just definitely watch that as either support or a continuation to the downside. CGC, I do not really like this because it is a canopy stock. It's Canopy Growth Corporation. I mean, it has seen great growth because of the legalization of marijuana, etc., etc., etc. I do not have any views on this. I just don't like trading based off hype. But this stock, I guess, is something that someone mentioned in the chat. So I guess I would cover it because the options volume is fairly liquid. I only like to cover stocks with options tables that are liquid. So if you can see here, we are having a push down, but then we bounce around this level here, which is where the previous support was, and we can see that. So I would expect a rise back to these highs around 50.52, but just watch out for that. This is not my favorite stock, so I can't give too much opinion on it. I really need to save this daily. I'll do that later. NVIDIA, because someone mentioned that, it looks like we are on the way up to new highs here, so just watch out for that. If not, we have support here at 270, and then if not, so just watch for 270, 268, whatever. This as support and this as a resistance, and move on from there. Tesla, we're in the same basically situation as BABA, where we kind of reversed here, and now we're going to watch for the break above 300. 300 will be our crucial level. If we can break above 300, then we know we're going to continue back up to around 360. If not, then we're going to slowly get rejected here and push back down. But I most likely expect a push above 300 and a continuation upwards, or at least to around 320. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all in the next video.